Now let's talk quickly about the post-harvest processes, drying and processing. First of all, you're going to hear some talk about wet baling. So many people are experimenting with different processes. Okay, do we hand strip, and then what do? Take it to a dryer? Do we wet bale and leave it for a couple weeks? Well, let's talk a little bit about your post-harvest process. First of all, from what we have seen, wet baling is not a good option. If you bale your crop wet, and you crack those bales open a few weeks later down the road, you're going to notice if there's any issue with your bale, fermentation, CBD degradation. So the wet bale, as we have seen, causes a lot of problems. Yes, it can save you time, wait until the market's right to process that. It's not worth it. The best way to do this, again, there are other ways, but the best way to do this is you hand strip and you immediately take it to a dryer. For those of you with smaller acreage, you can hang dry in your own buildings. But let me tell you, for 1 acre, it could take you, with a robust crop, between 2,500 and 3,500 square feet to hang dry 1 single acre. 10 acres, that's a big building. The best, most efficient way to do this, harvest and get it into a drying facility as soon as you can. For your farmers here, what was your post-harvest process? How did you dry? How did it work? Give us some information.
We cut ours with the weeder, and we took it in, we hand shucked it, and then we brought it up to Christian and let them dry. And it was, knowing it was dry, knowing it was dry, it was a big relief off, when you had to.
And by the way, if you'd like to see the dryer sometime after this meeting, the industrial batch dryer is out back. Feel free to go take a look at your convenience.
Something that we noticed too is how quickly, while you're storing it, pre-made to dry fully, how quickly this crop will go hot. And when I say hot, it physically will go hot. We actually use these totes here to transport it up here with them. And we had a couple totes the first day of harvest. We let them sit overnight after. You stick your hand out in there, the whole crop inside of that bin will sweat overnight and actually physically hotter than the rest of the crop. And so we had to quickly pull a bunch of it out and spread it out to keep from that happening. But you have to think about that ahead of time. You don't want to get caught. I made a discussion what happens if you get caught blow a tire out. You need to be thinking about those things ahead of time. You don't want to get stuck in a bunch of it in a contained area packed out.
So we name dried 2 acres, 2 30-foot sheds, and it was very labor intensive. Hand shelling and drying material was not fun at all. It was dustier and it made me I've been around a lot of it was dustier and dustier. It was nasty. So the rest of our crop, we ended up burning as we hand shoved it, and I think that was the way to go. So we looked at it financially, we ended up saving like $100 or something like that, and we put it all that labor, everything into the hang drying, and it was just not what the hang drying for us.
We hand harvested as well. That was unfortunately over 36 acres. We just had a pressure that did not work systematically. Way better product of what we ended up doing hand harvesting. We did field dry for a few days. What we ended up doing is kind of leaving all that plastic, pick a good week. It's going to be nice. You're not going to have rains. You're not getting stupid hot, something like that. We left ours in the field for a few days just to kind of degas, and then we could take them and sacks and things like that safely without getting all that fermentation that you guys are feeling. One big thing that saves my butt though, we bought a product called the Maximizer, and it comes out of West Virginia. This thing's, I don't know if I showed it to you, but it's a whole plant butter, so I eliminated the hand shucking process completely. We had about 20 people or so just sitting there stripping plants. And I mean, it takes them forever. not a fast process to hand shuck. His hands hurt. I mean, it's just a miserable process. This machine works a lot like a car wash. It's just got some fingers and it strips my entire plant. I can strip 3,000 pounds a day on a machine. And it only takes me 3 employees to get that done. That machine right there, I would recommend it to anybody shucking by with this. Anybody. I mean, I can take a 5-foot plant and strip the whole thing in 30 seconds. With that machine, what we did was we got our stocks to about 20%, 18%, right there at the base of the stock, just to make sure that when it's running through those fingers, it's not snapping ranges and all that other stuff. But our flour was between 10 and 12%. If it's too late. It's a dry belt. Well, we have our own dryer at our farm, so after we degassed and all those things, we safely kind of plant plants or things like that. So what we did was we ended up drying what wasn't dry enough with our dryer, and we just use just a typical $15 moisture meter from Amazon, just to make sure that we know where we're at all the time.
We did a combination of hang dry, and we did 100,000 pounds off our small farm this year. We also were investors in a 500-acre farm that did 2 million pounds of hemp in northern Oregon this year. So large operations. They used a kind of a corn header into a chopper, and it was a pretty gut bucket thing, but it worked out okay because the volume was so big. But on our farm, our 30-acre farm, we did a lot of hand shuck, our power shucker machine. But we also cut and topped and hang dried as much CBG as possible. There's right now the market in hang dry CBG, hand shucked or trimmed, is on a national scale is the best market in the industry, and it's the highest value in the hemp industry right now. So we like that, and we're going to do some more hang dry here because of the size we have this year, particularly for specialty crops like high-end CBG. And then we have the batch dryer. We're going to add another one. So we'll have the capacity of these batch dryers, which can handle all kinds of material and do a really, really good job of even drying and get the product stabilized really fast. So we'll have both those. But in Oregon, we were very successful in the CBG hang dry. The rest of it we ran into batch dryers, and then we ran some into ethanol extraction, a co-partner there, and another batch into CO2 extraction, about twice as much in ethanol as CO2, and we have partner investor relationships with those companies.
So a couple key pieces here to walk away with. Immediately after your harvest, you get it to a drying facility. Do not let it sit. If you're growing for smokable and selling out of state, the best way to do the drying process is to hang dry. Batch dry can work, but hang dry for growing smokable, especially on a larger scale. As he talked about with CBG, if you're hang drying CBG, ultimately to sell the shucked trimmed material, that's really a valuable product right now. The most in the entire industry is that shucked to trimmed CBG flour for smokable. That per pound rate is astronomical, but we'll get to rates in just 1 second. So drying, if you're growing and drying for smokable, hang dry, especially with smaller acreage. If you've got larger acreage and your goal is to process, to take to a processor to go to crude oil or distillate, isolate, THC-free distillate, the best thing, most efficient thing for you to do is to take it to a drying facility. Batch dry it, get it off to the extractor. After the harvest, your part is done, and you leave it up to everybody else who's specialized in the drying and the extraction processes.